What's up, guys? Real Deal MMA and Boxing here with another one. So, I just want to make a quick video, upload it to my channel, see what you guys think. This video is about this unnecessary crap where sanctioning bodies like the WBC, President Mauricio Solomon, sanctioning a fight between David Benavidez and Alexander Gvozdyk. Two great fighters. I have nothing against them. I like them both. Gvozdyk especially. Benavidez, I was excited to hear that, Canelo was going to be forced to fight this dude sometime in 2024. And, of course, the next thing you know, you wake up a couple days later, they say, oh, David Benavidez is now moved up to 175, and he's going to be fighting for a fake belt, which is an interim title, which is totally unnecessary because you have a champion, a WBC champion by the name of Artur Beterbiev. He's Russian, and he's an amazing fighter. 20-0, 20 KOs. Nobody's went the distance with him. As a matter of fact, he's beat Gvozdyk before. He sent him to the hospital. And now you have, Gvozdyk is a Ukrainian. I'm not one to get into politics or anything like that, especially when it comes to boxing or UFC. It's just like I try to keep that out of it because that's what it's about, is sport. I don't want to get into the whole politics of it, but because this is such a controversial subject, the war in the Ukraine, it's like I don't know. It's just, sometimes it comes up, and unfortunately, I feel like they're doing this to Beterbiev for a sense. They're slapping a Russian fighter in the face by letting a Ukrainian fighter go in there. And there's a Mexican-American, but not so much that. But that Ukrainian fighter that he's already beaten now has a chance to go in there and get a championship. A championship. It's not even a real title. It's an interim title. There's no reason for it. You have two active champions at light heavyweight under the four main sanctioning bodies, Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. They just so happen to both be Russian, and a fight between them is on the horizon. I don't even know. I forgot. I haven't checked recently. It was pretty much almost signed and done before. I don't know if it's completely done yet, but I know that's the next fight that's happening, and they're just setting up the place. I think it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. That's where all these big fights seem to be taking place now, is out there in Saudi Arabia, because there's where they can get paid big money. I think Usyk got paid $75 million to fight Anthony Joshua. That's the biggest. He was making peanuts compared to that before he went up to heavyweight and started making big money. I mean, big money. This fight against Fury, he's probably gonna make $100 million. I don't know. He's gonna make a lot of money. But the fact of the matter is, I don't want to get too much off topic. I just feel like it's disrespectful. Even when now Dmitry Bivol, he beat Canelo Alvarez, and his guaranteed fight purse in the beginning, he didn't even get the money at first. He had to basically go through this whole loophole because of, he's a Russian, citizen, and they didn't want to give that kind of money to a Russian fighter, because of what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I get that there's problems going on in the world, and not everybody agrees with what's happening. And I'm not saying I agree with everything either. I'm just simply stating that this is the sport business, and these guys train doing this stuff for their whole life. And they go out there and put on a show and put their lives on the line for the entertainment of people like us. And if they're going to do it, they should be treated with respect. I mean, come on. I get it. Yeah, they get paid a lot of money. A lot of people say, well, I would like to see somebody go into a boxing ring with one of these guys and try to last 12 rounds in a championship fight and see how they feel after that. I mean, this is what they do, and it generates income, so they're going to get paid. So I'm not against that. But just the whole thing with them sanctioning a fight, for an interim title. And like I said, I feel like Canelo just doesn't want to fight Benavidez that much. So he's trying to hope. I feel like they're hoping that Benavidez is going to beat Gvozdyk for the interim title. And then whoever wins between Beterbiev and Bivol will then have to fight him, like Benavidez. And now he'll be able to become undisputed at 175. I don't know if that's what their plan is, or they're hoping so that he kind of like leaves Canelo alone. Because Canelo, I don't think he wants anything to do with Benavidez. Because if he fights Benavidez and loses to him, not only is he losing to somebody again, like he's got one loss against Floyd. As a matter of fact, he should have got a loss or two against Triple G. That first fight was Triple G's, and I even edged him the second fight. There shouldn't have even been a third fight when Triple G was way out of his prime. It was sad to see that, because that was definitely Canelo's fight. But the first fight was Triple G's. It was a draw. The second fight was closer, still edged it to Triple G. They gave it a fucking Canelo. The third fight was Canelo. And, you know, that's because Canelo was only, 32 at the time, 33, fighting a 40-year-old Golovkin. So that's neither here nor there. But I feel like what they're trying to do is get you know, Canelo some breathing room here so he can fight whoever, all these other guys that he knows he has, you know, an advantage with. Like, Benavidez is a big 168-pounder. You know, he's long, rangy. He doesn't stop. He throws combinations, you know. First round or two will feel you out, and then he comes forward, and he usually breaks you down. So I guess they're hoping that, you know, he'll go up and be successful against Gvozdyk at, you know, 175 pounds, win this interim title, and then pretty much whoever wins between Beterbiev and Bivol they'll fight Benavidez next. And then who knows? I mean, maybe they still want, because they ordered it, maybe then Benavidez will drop back down to fight for the 168-pound title again, and maybe he can't escape. But that's my feeling. I feel like Canelo has a lot of power. He's a cash cow. I feel like he doesn't want to lose, because like I said, not only will he be losing to another fighter after, you know, he's got the loss against Floyd, he's got the loss against Bivol. Like I said, I feel like he's got a couple other losses that he got gift decisions on, but then he'll lose to Benavidez, which I think would happen, and not only that, it'll be to a Mexican-American fighter, and he has never lost to a Mexican. He wants to be, I feel like that would be a backbreaker for him, like losing not only to another opponent, but now you've been beaten by a person with Mexican heritage. So, like the passing of the torch kind of deal. And he's still young enough, Canelo, to where he doesn't want that to happen. He wants to have a career kind of like Floyd did, where he was up, you know, 38, 39 years old, still beating youngsters and getting these crazy paydays, man. Benavidez could put a halt to that with another loss so close back to back like that. When he lost against, he just recently lost, a year and a half ago to Bivol. It won't be good if he loses again. And, you know, that's bad for business, especially when you're a cash cow like Canelo Alvarez. So, I don't know. I just wanted to see, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys, your opinion on it. I feel like it's disrespectful that they're doing this to Artur Beterbiev. I really do. I don't think that there should be an interim title. And even, you know, Dmitry Bivol's the other champion. Like, there's no need, you know, for an interim champion. There's two active fighters in that division, and the WBC, where this fight's going to take place, that's Artur Beterbiev. He has that belt. There's no reason. He's active. He's about to fight for undisputed against Bivol. So it's irritating. Even, like I said, Beterbiev's coach came out and was like, this is like a slap in the face. It's like spitting in this champion's face. Like, there's no reason for it. He's earned the right to be called the WBC champion. I don't think anybody else has that right until they beat him, or he retires and that belt goes vacant and now somebody new, two other guys fight for it. Until then, the only real WBC champion at 175 pounds is Artur Beterbiev, and I feel like a lot of it has to do because of this whole thing. Like, they don't respect a lot of these Russian fighters, like, you know, because of what's going on. And it's funny because one of the guys taking part in this interim title is a Ukrainian. Like I said, I have no politics in the race, but it just seems like funny stuff like this happens sometimes, and you can't look away from some of these things. But you know, you got all these other YouTubers that make videos about stuff, and they talk about stuff like this all the time, and I never do this, but I'm just stating facts, and I'm a big fan of all these guys. Like, I love Beterbiev, I love Bivol, I love Gvozdyk. You know, he's a great fighter. He just, you know, he came up short against Beterbiev. Benavidez is an exciting fighter. I mean, I wanted him to fight Canelo, you know, and that was the fight to make. And now it's like almost like, you know, but I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to have that fight as well, you know, so whatever. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And, you know, like I said, write down your thoughts on, you know, in the comment section. And until I come back, which will be soon, I hope you guys are doing well. And I'll see you soon.